Hey guys, happy Friday! So my air conditioning was out the entire last night and all of this morning with 100-degree weather outside or more, so I just now worked up the energy to take a shower and film this video, so let's go!
Geeks of the Week.
Steph was apparently off doing super cool things that she'll tell us about next week, so she wasn't here. Lilico, I did watch all of Love Live, and it's the first non-magical anime that I've ever liked, and I loved it. So of course, obviously, cosplay from that is eminent. And of course, right when I'm finally able to do a video about all of the awesome stuff at FantasyCon, DashCon happens, and that was definitely my entertainment for the weekend. For anyone who hasn't heard about the DashCon debacle, look it up. There's people talking about it everywhere. Just know that there was a super awesome ball pit. And of course, both Mario and Lilico talked about the new female Thor news, which they both had really strong feelings about, so definitely go watch their videos if you haven't to hear some really well-worded opinions about that whole thing, because I personally don't think I have any strong feelings one way or another. I do think it's really awesome that Marvel is trying to diversify and represent more types of peoples within their main characters. Here's the thing, I don't think I have the right to have a strong opinion about something that I'm not fully invested in and affects me, and since I don't read the comics in which this change is taking place, I don't feel like I have the right to share any sort of an opinion. Because I try to not be a white male politician throughout my daily life. But same goes for the Sam Wilson as Captain America news, although I do think that is really awesome because, as you know, when I talked about Winter Soldier, you know how much I loved Falcon. The only thing I have to say about that is I love him so much as the Falcon. I don't want him to be Captain America because wings and flying. I mean, can't he just be Falcon with his wings and carry around the shield? Can that happen? That'd be cool. As for things I do have an opinion on, a new trailer for Doctor Who Season 8 came out. I am unbelievably excited for Peter Capaldi to take over. I'm usually sad when someone new takes over the Doctor Who role, although I guess the only one I've seen take it over is Matt Smith from David Tennant, and I love David Tennant so much that was a hard transition. But I was never fully in love with Matt Smith, so I'm really excited to see an older actor take the reins. Also saw a new trailer for The Giver, which I went on a rant about when the first trailer came out. It was the first dystopian novel I ever read in 3rd grade, and I've loved the genre ever since. And the first trailer just kind of confused me and made me sad. I've never really thought of it as a book that could be successfully turned into a movie because of a very specific factor that is a visual thing. Again, I talked about this in my last video, but anyway, from the first trailer, it looked like they weren't going to be including that particular visual factor, which is such a huge thing in the book and a huge revelation, but in the most recent trailer that I saw, it looked like there were flashes of it, but only kind of, and there was something involved that I don't remember from the book that caused it, so I don't know. I guess I'm more curious about the movie now, but I'm still super skeptical. And my friend Haley and I made another video for our Cinema Curio channel. It's another Magic the Gathering versus HeroClix video, which we made the first one literally a year ago. And we were finally able to make a second one, so that was fun, and that's up. I'll link both of them below, because if you haven't watched the first one, the second one doesn't really make much sense. Check them out if you feel like it, they're really just little skits done for fun. And what I really want to talk about in the video this week is a BBC series that I just watched in its entirety, In the Flesh. It's a mini-series, so it was only 9 episodes, so it wasn't a huge feat that I accomplished, but it's a really, really awesome show about zombies. Sort of. Usually when you think about a zombie TV show now, you think Walking Dead, where it's the survivalists surviving the zombie apocalypse. In the Flesh, however, takes place years after The Rising, when they discovered that the zombies were actually suffering from something that they could temporarily cure with daily shots of something. So the zombies in this show aren't zombies, they are partially deceased syndrome sufferers. And what's really, really awesome about this show is it's not really about zombies. It's kind of a roundabout way of exploring how society treats those who are different. The show basically follows one PDS sufferer and the town that he was originally from, which has kind of become the poster town of like anti-PDS movements, I guess. And of course it deals with like the threat of them returning to their rabid state if they don't take their medication, or there's a drug that some of them can take. It's a lot of things, but basically, it's really good. It's a really, really well-written show with really good characters. I don't want to give away too much because I feel like I could just keep talking about it, but I'll put a link below to where I streamed the show from. Other than that, I wanted to wish everyone that's going to Comic-Con next weekend a really awesome time, and I hope everyone has an awesome weekend this weekend. Stay geeky, and we'll see you next week.